Howdy, guys.
It's been a hot minute.
We're here to read more good creepypastas, really good
For
creepypastas.
all you good people.
I'm sure you guys love the last two we read.
So background, of course. Um, I think there was a channel that read this. It's short. Like I think the read time is like 10 minutes. Depending on how we read it, but this is probably gonna be like 20 minutes.
We're going
Knowing
to add
us.
at least half of the time, so like, yeah, 10 minutes. 10
But
extra minutes.
yeah, main thing is this story is just very weird. I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad, but like I won't say anymore. We'll just get right into it. But yeah, I was gonna say one last thing. This story's broken up into chapters, so instead of taking turns with paragraphs, we'll just take turns reading chapters.
Okay.
Ooh, very scary. I go to college. Ooh, and of course,
Uh,
one of the subjects you have to take there is art. Really? That's not like an elective?
Maybe it's like an art school he's going to.
Yeah, I guess. Now, when we do art, we get put into pairs. My partner is named Shawn. He's a really shy person with a lot of family problems. Okay, don't judge him too hard.
And this is filming his personal information. Asshole.
He's not exactly sociable most of the time, but this assignment was different.
That was
What does
very
that
verb.
mean? How does an
Not really.
assignment compare to his social status?
Maybe it's like the Hunger Games. That's like a District 5 kind of education, I think.
Yeah, that's just a weird sentence. I don't know how, but I must have done something to really piss him off. Oh, so he really flipped a
Oh,
dime there. MC, I wasn't really a fan of Twilight. It's just like da dun staring at him from across the room.
everybody in class is dead eyeing him. But let's start though. Let's continue.
Um, I was eating lunch when Sean came up to me and said art class was starting in 2 minutes. Oh well, yeah, okay. He didn't necessarily say he was already putting a project. Like he hinted it in the intro. Anyway, I was surprised. He didn't normally say a word. Suddenly the bell rang, more loudly than usual. Okay.
Oh, are we gonna be over detailing shit like he's a mini detective again? Oh,
Wait, it
God.
was almost enough to make you go deaf? What is it? Like they replaced the bell with a tornado siren?
Like smoke detector batteries is dying.
Or it's like those loud ass fire alarms that they have in school. Walking into art class, I saw that we had a substitute teacher. Maybe Sean was just trying to, butter up to the sub. You know, we had a substitute teacher who introduced himself as Mr. Hallman. When we were all seated, he barked harshly at us. He was actually a pit bull.
I don't want to think about that.
Anyone who questions him gets the triple dog death barrage.
Well, is that corporal punishment to triple dog death route students?
Like he sicks his like dog posse on them. Draw something better this time. I trust you. He then put a needle on each of our desks.
Sorry, this is a substitute teacher. What does he mean? Draw something better this time. Is this like you see what I'm getting at, right? What the fuck do they mean by that?
Yeah,
It looks like a previous drawing or lesson.
yeah, if he's the sub for the day, like, we don't even know if this is his first day as a sub. He's like, oh, I saw we had a sub. Draw something better this time. He's like, wrong class. See, that's why he is just a pit bull. They grabbed a pit bull off the side of the street, put a tie on him and said, okay, you have to teach this class.
Weird narrator. It's not
Okay,
too bad. I don't have faith it's gonna get better.
yeah. I asked what it was for, and he told us to get ideas from it. Why is that in quotes? And just like that, he left without another word.
This the are they paid?
Are they paying him for this?
I'll get a refund. It's terrible.
This is college, right? Yeah. It's like, I'm not taking this class. Give me my $5,000 back.
I don't think they can just like up and leave.
Shawn poked my shoulder, and I turned around to him. "Hi, come to my house for this assignment," he said, quietly with a smile. "Sure, 3 o'clock sound good?" He nodded, turned around, and walked out of the classroom. So I put my needle in my backpack and left as well. Yeah, that needle was very important to take with you. By 3, I was eating lunch and getting ready to drive to his house. I set off soon after, curious to see what it was like in his neighborhood.
Wait. Before we move on, so Sean just absolutely want to come to my house, and I'm guessing that they're kind of like alluding to him never being to Sean's house.
Yeah.
Did he get a dress?
Yeah, that's weird, because, like, no address has been exchanged. Like, he didn't even say, swing by da-da-da street, or I live here. No, just, see you at 3, walks out.
Here's what it is like in his neighborhood. So he's never been there. Also, Sean hate you think Sean hates you, and this just sounds like a red flag. Like you're going to get set up for a
He's gonna get
mean.
jumped. Like,
Because
yeah, it is really shady. Like, hey, come to my house later.
want to play Smash Brothers at my house.
Yeah, that's how you immediately know to just leave.
If you're underage and someone asks you to play Smash Brothers, run. Don't look back.
Entrapment.
Let's start with chapter 2. I was awoken from a somewhat
Wait, no,
troubled...
you started the wrong chapter.
You scrolled down. You threw
Yeah,
me
I
off.
scrolled. That's my fault.
Oh no. Just my luck. He lived in the ghetto. As I drove fearfully through the streets, I heard gunshots and caught a glimpse of several hooded figures beating up a smaller figure in an alleyway.
Oh my god.
This is like 0 to 6.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The story, it starts right away, and it's like, boom, you're in a ghetto. They're criminals.
It's like he's never been in a black neighborhood. Because what kind of bullshit is this? I drove through the streets. I heard gunshots and caught several hooded
Is this
figures.
like all hours of the day? Like, they don't take a break?
Also, it's like the KKK is in the ghetto. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, I let's just hope I don't hear any black robotics in this shitty creepypasta. I'm gonna scream. Okay, yeah. With a sigh of relief, I finally reached his house and got out of my car, walking hastily up to the door. I opened the door slowly, called out, "Hello, Sean. It's me. Are you here?" I surveyed the first room I came to, and found very little other than piles of papers stacked high in every corner. I looked on the wall and raised my eyebrows as my eyes settled on a rather pornographic poster.
Okay. I mean, like I said,
That's
don't
how-
judge Sean too hard, dude. Come on.
Johnson's like a really cool guy that definitely did nothing wrong. Sean walked in and smiled at my expression. "You can have it if you want. I'll send more pictures in mail. I know your address."
Holy fuck.
Okay. I think I saw him wink very slightly, but I sure.
Now I'm just picturing Sean as like this hulking, like 6'5" dude.
Well, turn off that computer call.
Yeah, turn off that computer. Yeah, that's Sean. That's literally Sean. Hang up that computer call and come kiss me on my hot mouth.
This is like the Thug Hunter creepypasta. What's going on here? How's this got to relate to art?
Yeah, yeah, good point. Very confused about what this has to do with art.
Is it because he's black or he's in the hood? I don't want to make conclusions, but it seems really racially sensitive. I walked home since my car was broken in. Come on, man.
Like we get it. Sean lived in a bad neighborhood. Like, we get it.
You should have added that you saw KFC when you were driving down to Sean's house. At this point, I've walked home since my car was broken into, which was no surprise. Like the idiot I am, I didn't report it to the police.
Fine. Okay.
But what was the point? It was a box car from the 90s, which I got from a contest.
What is wrong with authors just including the most random shit? Like, what made him think it was necessary for this character to have won a car in a contest? What?
It's world building. You got to know that there was a contest in which this guy.
I mean, and then like the best part is they drop it on us and then never bring it up again.
I have a really strong feeling that this boxcar is going to be very plot relevant.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry, guys.
It's like Avengers, how they set up Endgame.
See, when he says boxcar, I like to imagine it's like a train car. He's just driving around the streets with this like giant ass train car. Anyway,
I read ahead. I'm sorry. When I got home, my dog was barking and yowling like a crazed monster. I hate when these add these details. Okay.
Crazed monster. What a way to describe it.
and started clawing my leg frantically. His food bowl is full. His water is fine, and I had let him outside a while ago, so I had no idea what was wrong. But something caught my eye. A minuscule shiny object in his mouth. Somehow I got him to calm down long enough to remove it, and I was shocked. It was a needle.
Oh my god, the needle came back. I'm surprised. Is that going to help Shawn with his art project or
he's like
author?
Isn't he use a dog as a muse and like draw something good?
See, no, what happened is the substitute teacher, who's a pit bull, if you remember, beat up his dog, and then he said, "Do draw something better this time," like to his dog.
I thought that joke about substitute teacher being a dog was stupid, but you might be onto something.
It came back, yeah.
Well, that substitute teacher is just. The more I read about this guy, the more I don't like him.
Chapter 3. I was awoken from a somewhat troubled sleep by a call from Shawn. Bro, okay, this, like, I know I said we shouldn't judge Shawn too hardly, but if my friend's calling me at like 2 in the fucking morning, I'm gonna be like, fuck off. I ignored it and texted him, telling him to text me instead. Okay, redundancy.
What I say?
He told me to look in my mailbox, so I grudgingly...
I think it was begrudgingly.
Yeah.
I think that's...
So I grudgingly pulled myself out of bed and went to see what was so important. A single piece of paper was folded up inside. I opened it up, and it was disgusting. A gruesome drawing of a woman being raped by an old man. Stay classy. At least it wasn't a child, right?
Oh yeah, let's think of a narration or a Squidward suicide-esque situation. Hey, it might be bad, but at least you're, old.
I love how this is what prompted him to finally call Shawn. I called Shawn up, and he just said, "I hope you're not grossed out already. They're only going to get worse." Okay, I think this could qualify as harassment.
Fuck, dude.
Like, I think, we were on Shawn's side a little bit, but now it's just weird.
Nah, Shawn did nothing wrong, man. Free my guy Shawn.
Free Shawn. He might be a little weird, but, he had family problems.
He just, worked up, if I assume he's black, that's racist, because he's from the hood.
We'll just say, he's
a quirky guy, yeah, I think that's good.
I headed off to work a while later. When I returned, I was exhausted. I love how we jumped from middle of the night to he went to work. When I returned, I was exhausted and not up to dealing with any more creepy behavior from Shawn. He's like, "Oh man, Shawn's gonna bother me again." It's like, but you guys had an assignment. That's why I'm still on Shawn's side.
Shawn's gonna send me the artwork that VisiPop made years ago.
Fuck me, dude. Shawn, stop sending me your Zootopia fan art. Like, come on.
I am not interested in looking at yellow cheetah dick, Shawn.
See, what
Stop.
I like to imagine is the author's just like schizophrenic, and Shawn's just like trying to send him like ideas for the project, but like the author's like freaking out for some reason. My phone rang, seeing that it was Shawn. I reluctantly answered it. He ordered me in a gruff voice, "Go and check your mailbox, or I'll come in there and kill you." Those were his exact words. I wanted to call the police, but I was terrified that he could get to me before they could.
Hey, at least they acknowledge the police. That's better than
Yeah,
narration.wmv.
like that's a bit more realistic, where it's like, he was terrified Shawn was close enough by. So, I hurriedly darted out to my mailbox, snatched the paper from inside, and bolted back inside. You could say bolted back in. I was petrified at what might be inside, but I had to open it. I immediately regretted my decision, as my eyes were met with the sight of a.
What the fuck? No, not even just. Why? Why can't a creepypasta go a single
Has
day
every creepypasta we had a dead child? I think so.
and it's a dead child thing? Oh my Christ. Dude. Please. Can y'all do something different?
Actually, no. The one with the guy in the laundry room that did not have a dead child, it had a dead.
There wasn't a
How
dead
old do you
kid
have to be to attend college, right? You have to be at least 18, right? Because that's around when you graduate. But yeah, still, like, more dead children, really?
It's just shock value, like, oh my god, a dead child.
And not only that, a dead child being fingered. What the fuck?
I was also gonna say,
Like, not bad enough that the child's dead, right?
This is fucking like this is like being brought to like the nth degree. This is that bad. I hope they're young when they made this. This is just like, it's overdone first of all, and when you do it, it just makes you look like a creep. Because why is just.
I guess one last thing we should discuss. Why I really hate old creepypastas, because Squidward's suicide. What was the other one? Crybaby Lane. Even narration.wmv, they perpetuate like these themes and these tropes of like including gore and dead children and like sexual violence. That's why I don't think these creepypastas should be on like a legacy archive, because people read it and like it's very clear like that a handful of pastas are inspired by these like really old stories, and when people like see something successful, they'll try to mimic it. Not to get too moral, but like people need to know why we get so worked up over this shit, man.
We're not trying to morally grandstand. We can sit here and just make fun of this. Everything before this was just like, it's funny. Now it's just like, okay, dude, what is wrong with you?
All right, I think we're almost done, actually.
Thank God.
Yeah, now I want it to end. I called Shawn, but it went straight to voicemail. Well, maybe that's a good thing. After several unsuccessful attempts to contact him, I decided to finally call the police. They soon hunted him down and arrested him. Damn. Let's fucking go. They got the best detective on their force. As he was led away to the back of a car in handcuffs, he glowered at me. I shifted uncomfortably as I watched him out my window. He was really mad. I mean, he's in custody now, so... But unfortunately for me, I soon discovered that he hadn't been the one sending those drawings. A twist.
Oh no.
Because the next day, there was another one.
Oh boy. I get the
I guess you can just take the rest if you want.
That's fair. The new drawing I got was a man brutally cutting open a vagina and taking out the woman's entrail with a jagged hole.
Great. It doesn't even send a shiver up your spine. It's just...
This is like the bar, like very being low. The trees somehow turned to a Clifloft tree and is growing downwards. That's how low hanging this fruit is.
Ooh, damn.
I went to the police station to tell them that he couldn't possibly be the guilty one.
Well, I don't know. I mean, he claimed to send you other pictures, right?
Yeah, and he was calling you. That's another thing.
Because, he said, check your mailbox. So, like, yeah, I don't know, dude.
They released him, and I started gushing about how sorry
Just the word choice, they released him, and they started gushing.
No, we're not doing it.
They just started making out. Okay, no gay jokes.
No, okay, I gotta make one. I can draw you something. Just need you to... Well, you want to be a model for my drawing?
As he held me in his big, strong arms.
Gaydar's going off. A few minutes later, I plucked up the courage to ask if he had really painted the pictures. I turned away for a moment, But when I looked back, he disappeared.
He's a ghost.
God.
Alright, ending.
You're telling me that Shawn is a magical
He's a
black...
magician. He's a wizard.
He's a black mage.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang?
I saw Shawn right outside and hop into a car with a man in a ski mask. Shawn's from the hood. He doesn't talk a lot. He has a porn poster just plastered on his wall. He has a friend that an accomplice that wears a black ski mask, and now he's riding in his whip with him. Holy moly! Can you let us know if Shawn has gold?
Okay, not only is the author like creepy, I think they might be racist.
I didn't want to assume that, but or maybe this has never talked to a black person before.
Oh my god, maybe.
The narrator is going to run into the nearest KFC and find Shawn and his friend having lunch together. I'm calling it. I had to have answers, even though I was seriously fearing for my life at this point. I sprinted as fast as I could, and just managed. Who are you? The flat. What do you mean you chased after him and got?
I wouldn't have chased him. I would have just
immediately
went back to the police station. You know that you just ran out of.
This is so fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Managed to wrench the door open and clamber in as the tires squealed and the car took off at incredible speed.
I'm sorry to interrupt again, but we're reaching like stupidity levels of narration. .wmv. Like this protagonist is brain dead.
Well, I think
you see Shawn hop into the back of a van with like some guy in a ski mask. Your first thought is to chase after him.
I think narration.wmv is like still stupid though. I just not calling for help despite there's an entire neighborhood
around you. Yeah.
Alright, continuing on. Shawn and the man struggled and tried to shoot. Let me guess.
I was right. They're like unloading a gun in the back of a van.
They tried to shoot me, and they barely missed by a hair. Wow, you're really lucky, pal. Shawn eventually got me pinned to the. Oh,
yeah, I see where this is going. Actually.
Okay, he might have some redemption. Okay, let's see what Shawn's gonna do. And Shawn eventually came to the back seat until we came to a dingy looking house. Oh no.
Wait, no. They led him to the Sky Williams house.
Do not let Kentaro near you. Do not follow Kentaro to the pool.
Oh wait, before someone says something, allegedly.
Alright, sorry. Free Kentaro. He did nothing wrong. Good boy. Innocent boy. Yeah, they led me inside roughly. And the whole place was filled with tubes and vials.
What?
This is a dungeon, dude.
Yeah, dude, they are wizards. They're making potions.
It stank of decay.
One of them's a necromancer. That's why it smells like decay.
No, Shawn's a negromancer. I think we made it really clear.
Yeah.
How do you like our crack house, white boy? Shawn whispered right in my ear.
Got really into character there.
Whispered in my ear. He kicked me to the floor, and at least 4 big scar-faced men came in, all carrying.
Okay, I think we've reached a level of. So not only does he describe the hood as, you know, people constantly running around kicking people in alleyways, right? His car gets jacked, broken into, windows busted in. You know, Shawn, like you said, he lives in like a ratty apartment with like porn posters. Like, I know I'm just reiterating. He rolls with like a shady dude in a ski mask, and now he brings him to an underground crack house, and a bunch of big ass dudes with like guns just show up. You're racist. I'm just gonna say it.
This guy's really scared of black people. He would be the type of person that would be like walking down the street with his phone in his hand, and if he saw like a black guy walking past him, he would put it into his pocket very quickly.
Yeah, he'd like move all the way to the other side of the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah, I was trying to go. I can't think of anything else. This guy definitely has a fear of black people,
Yeah,
or at
holy
least no
shit.
black person.
Alright, let's just finish this up.
Finish up this shit. With one sharp kick to my head from Sean, I blacked out.
I don't want to make the joke. That's an image for the audience. Alright.
The next hours were a blur, and I faded in and out of consciousness. All I can remember is waking up the next morning.
Well, at least you woke up.
I looked groggily around, and my eyes widened as I sat bolt upright and. Am I slow? I sat bolt upright.
No, that's just really badly worded.
I was back in the art classroom. I was battered and bruised, but all considered, I didn't feel that bad. I could even hear the morning's first few students milling around somewhere not too far away.
Wow.
Sound of doors creaking. A bird chirping outside.
Wait, chirruping? What? It sounds like a weird, like, dance move.
The chirrup.
He's chirruping.
I lay flat on my back for a moment.
Wait, you woke up on the floor? I thought you, like, woke up at his desk.
You would assume he would, but I guess not.
Yeah. It's like I lay flat on my back and I pull my pants back up. No gay jokes.
The feeling was instantly replaced with horror as I looked at the ceiling for the first time. There, in stunning detail, rendered in blood.
What? Rendered in blood? Well, I guess that's a good way to put it, but it's just funny.
There was a painting of Sean and me, with my entrails dripping out, hung to a barbed wire fence on my intestines, and him, that demon, that hellish monster, that.
Don't say it. Sweet on now.
Is serenely smiling next to me. My phone vibrated. It was a text from Sean. Do you like it? I think the next one will be even better, especially if you model for me. See you in art class. Bell! First of all, from chapter 1 and 2, what was the point of that? All that unnecessary detailing had no fucking, like... it didn't have any, like, direction from the beginning. Like, they're just writing this shit and making it up as they went on. Yeah,
why was the crack house even included? That I guess that's another thing you could toss in. It's like, things get brought up, and then, like, you're basically jumping between going 60 miles an hour and, like, 25.
Yeah.
Like, at random intervals. That's what it feels like when you read this story.
It's just like, it doesn't make... Even at the end, it doesn't even make fucking sense.
They show a drug lab, right? And, like, some guys brandish guns, like some scar-faced men. He wakes up on the tile floor of his classroom to see the entire ceiling painted with presumably human blood of him hung up on a fence with Shawn, like, standing there.
It's just like, why is there even mentions of, like, you're like a crack house? Why does Shawn have a squad of thugs helping him out with this?
I'm just gonna say though, it's honestly not the worst one we read. It's just rushed and lazy, I guess is the best way to put it, because grammar, the only bad thing was, like, chirruping, like, right?
A few, like, weirdly worded sentences.
But yeah, overall I'd say it's like maybe 5 out of 10, 4 out of 10.
Generous. I would give it a 3.
But no, I was gonna say, like, to continue off that, I would drop it down to, like, a 2, just for the inclusion of sexually assaulting a dead child. Like,
again, I don't even understand what they were trying to get at. Are you trying to say that Shawn draws these things and then, like, does it in real life? But that wouldn't make sense, because one of his drawings was an old man assaulting a woman.
Yeah, it's like, how come Shawn is included in only some of the pictures? Yeah, we could just go on and on. Like, the car, the crack house, like, Shawn's weird, like, obsession with gore. Like, he has a porn poster he tried to give to the author, and the substitute teacher.
What was he doing? He literally... Also, the dog with the needle in his mouth.
I mean, I thought like the story was gonna go like finally go somewhere with that. I didn't
Oh,
mean just like how it brought back the needle. I meant like, oh, like now the story's gonna get like kind of creepy. We're gonna get like lean towards horror. No, it just kind of loses track.
it just flip flops from like idea to idea and doesn't even come to anything conclusive. Even in its ending, we don't even know what the fuck this was even about.
Uh,
Like it's just like, it's like do better. I still say that a lot, but do better
yeah. Okay.
actually.
My final thoughts. Lazy, gross. Um,
Racially motivated.
the only thing that would make it worse, honestly, is if it kept going with like child abuse and shit.
Because it really had no fucking bearing on the story itself. Albeit the story was still shit. But it's just unnecessary, I guess.
You know, funny, all the problems we had with it, it's still the second best story we read. Like behind Death by Dryer.
Wouldn't
It's
want
a far scale, but like Death by Dryer would be above this, and this would be second. I mean, just of the stuff we read so far.
be on the lookout for hopefully more consistent uploads. They won't leave our adoring fans out to dry for too long. And yes, Friendship is Kinky Part 4 will come out when it's out.
It'll
Okay?
come out when it's out. All right,
Come on.
thanks for watching, guys.
Alright, bye.
Subscribe for more Link Horror jokes.
Subscribe from if you like MLP and Loud
Link Horror.
House.
Yeah. All right, see you guys next time.
Toodles.